Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. 10 must-watch Heat games in 2024-25 season. The official schedule for the Miami Heat has been released as fans are looking to see which games could be their most anticipated. Also, they can circle the date, cancel any plans they have, and witness another year of Heat basketball as the team looks to improve after a second straight season finishing at the 8th seed and being eliminated in the first round of the NBA playoffs. Despite there being 82 games in a regular basketball season, there are 10 dates that stand out from an initial look at the schedule that will for sure be a must-watch for any fan of the Heat and in general the game of basketball. In terms of national television appearances, Miami will be featured 7 times with dates that do not include contests on NBA TV, but games that are being broadcasted on ESPN, TNT, or ABC, which the team has 0 with the latter. This might be a cop-out to some since this is the regular season opener, but there is no denying that the first game will be crucial to see the surface of what the Miami Heat can be and how the initial rotations will look like for head coach Erik Spoelstra. With training camp starting in late September, there is going to be many questions on how star players like Jimmy Butler will look like, especially coming off of an MCL sprain which knocked him out for their entire playoff stint. The same goes for such players as Bam Adebayo coming off his second gold medal and the final piece in the Heat's current Big Three in Tyler Herro, who has survived yet another offseason filled with trade rumors. Herro's development going into 6th season now in the NBA will be vital to see if he continues to improve or show he has hit his ceiling. Plus, it will be the first chance to see how involved rookie in Heat's Kel'el Ware will be as he impressed in the Summer League, emerging as possible big-time threat for Miami. Mixing all of that with a matchup against an in-state rival against the Magic are getting better with Paolo Banchero and company at the helm, as it should make for an exciting first game and an opportunity for the Heat to get their first win at home after a disappointing record inside Casillas Center last season. This could be considered the first marquee game for the Heat as they take on what looks like will be an Eastern Conference juggernaut in the Knicks, who only improved in the offseason. Besides Jalen Brunson emerging as a star in the NBA, New York will see a fully healthy lineup filled with OG Anunoby, Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, and now the newly acquired Mikal Bridges from the Brooklyn Nets. Miami has 2 winnable games after the Magic against the Charlotte Hornets and Detroit Pistons, so the Knicks contest should be a heated battle as it always is between the two squads. Depending on how the players feel about each other, there could be some more heat, no pun intended, with the video from earlier this year of Butler saying that if he was healthy during the playoffs, he would have beat New York. Plus, newcomer to Miami and Alec Burks will face his former squad from last season, so with all of the storylines, this is one to circle on the schedule. Ranking the Miami Heat's most valuable trade assets. The Miami Heat had a relatively quiet offseason, which is a bit surprising given their reputation for making bold moves. Instead of chasing big names, the Heat focused on re-signing key players like Kevin Love and Haywood Highsmith, while locking in Bam Adebayo with a massive 3-year extension that makes him unable for a trade this season. However, Jimmy Butler's decision not to sign an extension and become a free agent in 2025 has added an element of uncertainty to the team's future. With limited cap flexibility and a roster full of potential, the Heat might need to rely on their most valuable assets if they want to stay competitive in the ever-tough Eastern Conference. Let's dive into who or what Miami could leverage if they decide to shake things up. Tyler Herro continues to be one of the most intriguing assets on the Miami Heat roster. In the 2023-24 season, he put up solid numbers, averaging 20.8 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 4.5 assists per game, despite being limited to just 42 games due to injuries. His ability to score from beyond the arc, where he shot 37.8%, combined with his versatility as a playmaker, makes him a valuable piece for any team looking to add a dynamic young guard. However, Harrow's recurring injuries have raised some concerns about his long-term durability, especially as the Heat aim to stay competitive in a tough Eastern Conference. With his contract escalating to $33 million by the 2026-27 season, Miami must carefully consider whether to keep him as a core player or use him as a significant trade chip. Harrow's name has been at the center of trade rumors, especially as the Heat explore opportunities to acquire another star. His youth, scoring prowess, and potential upside make him a highly desirable asset, which could be crucial if Miami decides to pull the trigger on a blockbuster deal. Terry Rozier joined the Miami Heat in a midseason trade from the Charlotte Hornets and quickly became an integral part of the team's rotation. Known for his scoring ability, Rozier brought an immediate offensive boost, averaging 19.8 points per game during the 2023-24 season. His ability to create his own shot and facilitate for others made him a crucial piece, especially during games where Miami's other stars were either injured or underperforming. Rozier's contract, which runs through the 2025-26 season, offers a blend of value and flexibility. While his salary is substantial, the fact that it's only a 2-year commitment makes him an attractive asset in trade discussions. Teams looking for a short-term solution at the guard position, particularly one that brings playoff experience and leadership, could see Rozier as a valuable acquisition. His contract structure also gives Miami the flexibility to move him without the long-term financial commitment that might deter potential suitors. What sets Rozier apart from other assets like Tyler Herro is his defensive capability and experience. While Herro is primarily known for his scoring, Rozier has developed a reputation for being a two-way player who can contribute on both ends of the floor. This makes him particularly valuable in scenarios where Miami might be looking to trade for a player that requires giving up a versatile and proven talent. Rozier's blend of scoring, defense, and experience could be the key to landing another star in South Beach. Mega trade proposed by 3 NBA teams sends Miami Heat a $158 million star for D'Lo. There is still time for the Miami Heat to make a significant move this offseason, but it will likely need to come on the NBA trade market. Bleacher Report's Greg Swartz offered a wild 3-team trade proposal that has the Miami Heat reuniting with former forward Brandon Ingram. The deal involves the Miami Heat, New Orleans Pelicans, and Portland Trail Blazers. Let's explore whether this trade makes any sense for the Miami Heat, Blazers, and Pelicans. One question for the Miami Heat to consider is whether the team wants to sign Ingram to a new, lucrative long-term extension. Ingram is heading into the final season of a 5-year, $158.2 million contract. The forward is scheduled to have a $36 million hit to the salary cap in 2024-25. The Miami Heat have been hiding in plain sight as a landing spot for Ingram, the franchise where he spent the first 3 years of his career after being named the second overall pick in 2016 out of Duke, Swartz wrote in an August 15, 2024 story titled "A 3-Team Trade to Send Brandon Ingram Back to the Miami Heat and Give the Pelicans a Starting Center." Ingram averaged 20.8 points, 5.7 assists, and 5.1 rebounds per game while shooting 35.5% from long range in 64 games last season. Ingram was selected by the Lakers with the number 2 pick in the 2016 NBA Draft. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear that familiarity is leading the Lakers to want to take a shot at the forward. Right now, a successful deal, I just don't see it. I don't see the Lakers having enough for Lauri Markkanen, The Athletic's Jovan Buha commented on a July 16 edition of the Buha's Block podcast. I haven't heard of any interest with Brandon Ingram. So I don't see them going after these two guys. It looks like things are on track for Ingram to return to playing in a Pelicans uniform next season. I'm told the trade market for Brandon Ingram is limited, noted Shams Charania of The Athletic during an August 6 interview on The Pat McAfee Show. New Orleans wants him to stay, and he wants to stay too. The feeling around New Orleans is that he will be there, and they are hoping he will be a part of this Pelicans team. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Brandon Ingram? Leave your opinion in the comments.